We're living in a mushroom kingdom. This story is part of Fungi Week, a deep dive into the myriad ways mushrooms and fungi make the planet a healthier place for all its inhabitants. It is supported by UPIC Health. It wouldn't be wrong to say Sam Shoemaker crossed the ocean on a mushroom.
This August, a Californian artist launched his 14-foot kayak off Catalina Island and paddled for 12 hours across the 26.5-mile Catalina Channel to San Pedro. He says when he lost strength during the last miles, a fin whale appeared and accompanied him. But even more astonishing is the brownish-white boat itself, a boat made entirely from a single mushroom growing outside my studio. Shoemaker explains the world's largest mushroom boat. Sam Shoemaker in his mushroom boat on August 5, 2000. Credit, Jordan Freeman Fulcrum Arts. He built it from wild Ganodon polypore collected near his LA studio, propagated in a hemp and sawdust substrate for about 4 weeks, molded into kayak form, and dried until it became a strong hydrophobic and inert, cork-like material.
Mycelium, the interconnected root network of a fungus, such as Ganodon polypore, can grow to hundreds of acres. The boat was sealed with locally sourced beeswax using no synthetic materials or hardwood. Shoemaker's multi-year project wasn't commercial. He is simply interested in demonstrating mushrooms' potential.
His invention is part of Aquafund, the term coined in a movement inspired by artist Phil Ross that hopes to one day replace styrofoam and other materials that go into water with fungi as part of the non-profit Open Fund.
In their quest, Shoemaker and Ross are members of a sprouting global community of artists, engineers, high-end designers, and environmentalists intent on producing sustainable inventions from mushrooms. The mushroom boat in development. Credit Sam Shoemaker. For Ross, mycelium is not just a material, but a mystery and companion. I literally live with the mushrooms, he says, pulling out examples in his home in the woods near Santa Cruz, including brown surfballs he shaped from mycelium. Mushrooms are in my house in bags on the counter. I take them on walks to rivers and beaches. Fungi, he argues, are inherently democratic.
They are everywhere.
They eat garbage at room temperature. If we can formalize the information, I'll be able to grow vital things out of what you now throw away without shipping it around the world. From there, Ross' explorations unfolded into what became mycoworks, the company he co-founded in 2013. It is now known for its luxury-grade mycelium liver marketed under the brand name Risey. You can take it from something like a turd to an Herm's bag, Ross says with a laugh. It has that capability to be all of those expressions, weighed down by negative news. Our smart, bright, weekly newsletter is the uplift you've been looking for. In mycoworks' 136,000 square foot facility in South Carolina, a lignin-rich baselite sawdust hemp or paper pulp is steam cooked before introducing fungi. The mycelium will grow across your food in your refrigerator the same way, creating this fuzzy layer on top of it, Ross explains. After a few weeks, the skin is peeled off and can then be treated, cured, tanned and processed, similar to leather, but with a dramatically reduced footprint. The resulting biodegradable material has the sensuous characteristics of a luxury animal skin, but, as Ross notes, even outperforms them in some cases because it can be engineered as it's growing. Fibers and textiles can be introduced during growth, allowing precise control over thickness, drape and feel. A Birkin-style bag fashioned from Risey by Handmade headlines in Paris in 2021, the first of many collaborations pointing toward an era when handbags, boots and car seats might all be stitched from fungus rather than cows. Cadillac already incorporated in its car interiors. Italian furniture maker Lean Rosette debuted a new mushroom leather sofa this year, and interior designers draped the hides as tapestry across rooms and restaurants. Ross still marvels at the transformation. It blows my mind. Even now, it feels uncanny. I can't believe it's mushrooms. A Mike Extra workshop. Image courtesy of Phil Ross. What's striking is that this was never a business Ross sought out. It was very much in response to demand like, what does the world want mushrooms to do? As it turns out, the world wanted a sustainable, supple, vegan alternative to leather, and mycoworks fungal skins fit the mold.
Now even NASA is interested in developing a myco-extra program for Mars and lunar habitation, says Ross, shaking his head in wonder, mentioning that one Open Fund member divides their time between NASA and Open Fund.
The hardest part is limiting yourself. You're dazzled by the cave of jewels that mushrooms open into, but to scale, you have to pick one thing and make it better and better. Scale, of course, is key. The cost of materials such as Risey are currently comparable to luxury leather, although proponents argue that major upscaling is realistic and would help bring costs down significantly. Beyond mycoworks, an entire ecosystem of startups is emerging, extending Fungi's reach from furniture and fashion to architecture and urban design.
Ecovative, based in New York, has pioneered biodegradable packaging to replace styrofoam and expand it into mushroom-based foams for fashion and consumer products.
In the UK, Biome produces mycelium insulation panels that are carbon negative, naturally fire resistant, and increasingly used in sustainable buildings. Italian startup Mobri designs acoustic tiles and floor panels now installed in European offices and hotels, while Dutch designers have explored temporary mushroom-based pavilions, including the Mycelium Pavilion at Milan Design Week, showcasing how Fungi can form low-bearing, compostable architectural structures. IKEA has even tested mushroom packaging as a potential replacement for plastics. Together, these ventures suggest that fungal materials may someday line our walls, furnish our offices, and fill our closets. Wait, you're not a member yet. Join the Reasons to be Cheerful community by supporting our non-profit publication and giving what you can. Join Cancel Anytime whilst envisions Fungi reaching.